Yo, Pay here, back on our TF2 trading video. I made an absolute ton of trades this episode, so it's going to be pretty long. I also had a lot of Halloweens and a lot of mythics and all that. So I hope you guys enjoy and into the episode. Hi, is coming through with yet another donation, a Chromatic Corruption Flick Trilby. This is going to be my favourite hat and favourite spell combo. Thanks man. Glad you're enjoying the series again. I just sold my Circling TF logo soldier stash. I got in that bulk downgrade for the Spellbound Sergeant Straw hat for 185 keys full pure. Not bad considering the next sale was at 200 and buyers were like 170. Kind of expected what I expected to get, so pretty happy I got full pure with this within like a day or two. So I was just checking a few sites and arcade.tf gave me 11 keys for a stunning fire batter that I got for 10 keys just a while ago. I kind of regretted buying this, but I was surprised that a site actually bought it for more than I paid, even though the sales were at like 12. So yeah, 11 is pretty fair for it. I'm glad that I checked it. I just resold my Ardentum Saturnalis, I think that's how you say it, for 31 keys pure. I bought it for 30, so that is a 1 key profit. I kind of thought that this would be more profitable because it was one of the best hats of the case, but there's a bunch of other quick sellers, so yeah, glad to get rid of this and still have a kind of bit of a profit. Also resold the Kilowatt Wild Whims Arch for 12 keys pure. It's not bad. I mean, I got this in downgrade, so I wouldn't mind even if I sold it for 9 keys, but 12 is really good for it. After negotiating for a bit, I managed to get this guy to do 36 for my Purple Energy Real Fly hat. So I bought it for 35, so it's 1 key profit. The biders went down from 33 to 22 as soon as I bought it, which is a huge rip, but yeah, I'm glad I still made some profit on this. I mean, it will probably go up in the future because it's a really nice hat with purple energy, but that'll probably take a few months for it to go up to like 60 or 70. But I decided to quick sell 2 of my hats, so Green Energy Crocodile the Slouch and a Bubbling Hong Kong Cone. I sold the Hong Kong Cone for 39 and the Slouch for 51. I only did the Slouch because a bot showed up at like 55 and I don't want to really deal with it. Even though it was a really nice hat, I'm still making profit on it. Because I basically got it valued at 50 in the trade, which is insane, but so I'm selling them for a pretty decent margin, I guess. But I really needed pure because I had no pure at this stage, so yeah, I needed pure for future trades. So I just sold the Ooze Rebel Rouser for a Cloudy Moon Larkin Robin at 8 keys pure. Larkin Robin's a decent sniper, I guess. It's kind of low tier, but Cloudy Moon's got to be one of my favorite effects. And there's a bioda at 97 on this, so even if you go by bots, I'm getting 105 in biodas, which isn't bad, considering the Rebel Rouser only has bios like 90. I was looking for like 140 on the Rebel Rouser and I bought it for 120, so I could easily get 110 out of this if I quick sell it, so I mean, I am breaking even if I quick sell it, but I'll probably end up selling this for like 125 or something, hopefully, and that'll be like 133. Here's Larkin Robin. It's not my favourite hat, but I think it is kind of underrated. People always throw it off as like a low tier hat, but it doesn't look as bad as some other hats. And Cladimion's always good to have. So my friends list was constantly being full, so I just ended up spending 5 keys for a bunch of card sets to level up my account. So yeah, that took a while to get because the trade was so slow, but yeah, I'm happy that I actually got some friends list slots now and not just have to delete everyone as soon as I get a friend request. So although I'm not a big spell trader, this guy was selling some spells at a pretty good discount. So he was selling a Chromatic Corruption Brown Bomber. I managed to pick it up for 4 keys. Chromatic Corruption Hornblower that I picked up for 7 keys. Chromatic Corruption Big Man Campus, which I picked up for 3 keys. And a Teen Spirit Footprints for 5 keys on a Tyrant Helm that's uncraftable. So I think I got a pretty good deal on this because like sales on this at 6. So if I look at the margins, I could get 6 on the Brown Bomber if I sell it for full pure. Hornbell is 15, but I could realistically get like 10 on it. The Big Man on Campus, I'll get like 5 on it. And the Tyrant Helm maybe 10. So I am paying like 19 keys for it, which, I mean, there's a huge margin in them. So I hope that I don't screw myself over, especially on this Hornblower, because I've never owned a spell that's like so expensive without being a really good spell, so hopefully I don't screw myself over. So I decided to sell these 3 taunts because I didn't really want them to API for 16 keys pure. So it's just the Shimmering Lights Box Shot, Twinkling Lights ICU, and the Frosted Star Yeti Smash. I didn't really like unusual taunts that much, and I just got these as a downgrade for the huge overpay I got for my Iridescent Strumming Roman. So decided to give it to API. Pretty good deal on his end, but I really didn't want them. I also just sold my Steaming Glow from Below for 9 keys pure. I hate the hat, and Steaming's an okay effect I guess, but not on this. So yeah, I don't know why this is Commander grade, it should be Mercenary grade. Not a very good hat. I also just bought an Arcana Bonk Leadwear for 275 keys for pure. It is duped, which is kind of because it is Arcana, but it is a Scout hat with Arcana for 275, which is really nice. The bios are only at 250, but I'm pretty sure I can easily get 300 on it probably. It also is one of my favorite effects, even if it's not the best of hats. Here it is. Looks pretty nice. I should be able to get like 300 pure or maybe 400 in offers if I'm lucky. But I'm going to keep this for a while because it does look very, very nice. So I saw this Cloudy Moon Sergeant's Drill hat that Dante was selling on the market. He was selling it for 275, but when I asked him for his full pure price, he said he could do 220. So I managed to negotiate him down to 215 as well. So it's a pretty good deal considering it's a really nice soldier hat and it is Cloudy Moon and clean as well. I should be able to get like 250 at least on this in pure. Although there is a price suggestion for 200 to 210, that was like 2 months ago and it's invalid now, so I think that if it was priced now I'd probably be like 215 to 250 or something. And I'd easily get 250 for this if I waited for a bit. Here it is. It looks sick, especially with the black paint. The Sergeant's Drill hat with Spellbound I owned before was really nice as well. Probably better than this, but it was like 1,000 keys and was taking up most of my backpack, so it's nice to have a lower tier Sergeant's Drill hat that still looks nice. I mean, to be honest, I almost like this as much as a Spellbound one. Spellbound's just too expensive for me. I don't want to pay like $2,000 for a hat like that. And you won't believe it, but the other Cloudy Moon Sergeant's Drill hat that's spelled decided to sell it to me as well. So this guy was originally offering on my Sergeant's Drill hat I just got, and then he ended up buying the spelled version for a bunch of sweets and stuff. And so I ended up buying this spelled one as well for Morning Glory Horrific Head Splitter and Sunbeam's Fortunate Sun. He also added a genuine specialized kill streak Orpa hand and this festive shotgun that's worth like 5 keys. So with the head splitter I paid 122 for this. I didn't pay anything for it, but I'm going to price it 85 in this. And then this is buyed at like 5 and then buyed at like 1.5 on this. So I'm basically paying 200 for a spelled Cloudy Moon Sergeant's Drill hat. That is insane. I have no idea why he did this, considering he paid like 300 for this, but I mean, I'm not complaining. It's probably because he paid like in unusual weapons and stuff, but Jesus Christ. So I wanted to upgrade 2 hats that weren't selling that well. My Frostbite Freaking Sweet Ninja Hood, which for some reason wasn't selling it well at all, and my duped Cloudy Moon El Jefe. And I added 70 keys for a green ANG Master's Yellow Belt. So I paid like 150 for the El Jefe, but I had a previous offer of 170, so I'm going to price it at that. And I paid 125 for the Freaking Sweet Ninja Hood, which was a steal. And then 70 keys. I'm paying 365 for this basically. Well, I'm basically paying like 320, but the El Jefe I got in like a huge downgrade, so I'm not going to price it at 150. It's got a lot more margin than the other 2 hats. And it's a misc in a green ANG misc, so it is really, really nice. I think that this has a lot more potential than the El Jefe because like I had that listed at like 180 for like a few weeks and it wasn't getting any good offers besides the 170 that got retracted. Here is the green ANG Master's Yellow Belt by itself, not too bad. Also goes alright with the Time Warp slash that I've got at the moment. And with where is it? Cloudy Moon Lock and Robin, not too bad. Should be able to get like 415 on this or something. Or like 500 in offers if I'm lucky. Yeah, I think I made a pretty good deal on this. So one of the spells I just recently picked up, the Team Spirit Footprints Tyrant's Helm. I managed to sell it for 10 keys. This guy just randomly offered 10 to me out of nowhere, so I guess Spell's really profitable, but I wasn't expecting 10 of this. So I'm basically having the other 3 spells to sell for 9 keys now to break even. And considering the whatever the soldier misc was, I can easily sell that for 7, so I'm basically getting the other spells for 2, which is sick. I'm not sure why this guy just offered 10 out of the blue. I wasn't even advertising this. So I am buying a Death at Dusk Throw for 32 keys pure. This guy's on my friend list and he bought it for 30 and he's selling to me for 32. I can probably easily get 40 out of this because it is Death at Dusk on a low tier hat, so yeah, pretty good buy I think. I have no idea why, but this guy sold his Iridescence Fry Batter for 45 keys to me. Iridescence Fry Batter for 45 keys, even though there's bots at 48. This happened with the real fly guy as well. I have no idea why. I mean, I didn't even advertise I was buying one besides here, and there's literally one above me, so I have no clue. And I checked arcade.tf and they already offer 55 keys for it, so it's a guaranteed 10 keys profit no matter what. I have no idea why he sold it to me. So here it is. I was looking for an Iridescent Scout or All Class hat, but this really isn't a very good hat, so yeah, I mean I might keep it, but I still prefer a lot of my other Scout hats like the Oost, Ninja Hood, and the Time Warp Trilby obviously, but yeah, I think 60 is going to be pretty easy to get for this. So I knew this would happen, but I'm reselling my Death at Dusk Pro for 37 keys pure. That's 5 keys profit within a day. Yeah, that's why I always buy Death at Dusk and Morning Glory stuff, because there's always tons of collectors out there, or people that are always trying to flip it for higher. I'm happy with 5 keys profit though. I just got a pretty cool hat. I got a Spellbound, Duped, Whoopee Cap, and a Miami Punisher. Kunaichi Master Shello belt in my Scorching Fed Fighting Fedora. So the green belt, I basically paid 365 for it, and I had this listed at 135 pure, so I was listed at that. And then I can probably get like 40, 45 on the Punisher. So I'm basically paying 460 for a Spellbound Whoopee Cap. I've already got an offer of 475 and 470, so there's no way I can lose any profit. And I just got a really good offer on it, so hopefully I can make quite a bit of profit on it. Here's the Whoopee Cap. It looks really nice. I've never actually owned a nice Spellbound Scout hat before. I mean, I've owned a few Arcanas and a few low tier Spellbounds, but Whoopee Cap's not a bad hat at all, so although I do want to keep this, it isn't my favourite hat, so it's probably not going to be an end game hat for me unfortunately, but I've already got an offer for like 550 mixed or whatever it is. So I am selling that Whoopee Cap that I just got literally like 12 hours ago. So I'm selling it for Ooze Hong Kong Cone, Pyrophoric Personality Spent World Spirits, and a Venoshock Better Than 1000. This Hong Kong Cone already has an offer of 520 pure from a guy. I'm basically getting 530 and I paid 460 for this. So I'm getting 70 keys profit if I sell it to the highest offer on this at the moment. This is duped as well, but it is an all class with a nice Halloween effect, so there's no way I can lose any profit on this. That's insane. So Hong Kong Cones could be one of my favourite all class hats, and Ooze isn't a bad Halloween effect. It's pretty high tier. I've never owned like a high tier Halloween like this before that's all class. So hopefully I can get some good offers on it. I already got offered a Stormy Storm Polar Pullover, but kind of risky. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. So I just bought a Starstorm Slumber Human Cannibal for 34 keys pure. I previously owned this and it sold for 45 full pure basically, so yeah, I'm just hoping that some other collector comes along and wants it. It's a decent hat and I like the effect a lot. It's only 3 keys above bots at the moment, so not too bad. Although this price suggestion is really bad, I don't think it's going to go through at all. Hopefully. Here it is. I don't know why, but some people don't really like the Starstorm effects, but I think they're pretty neat. Yeah, hopefully I'll get in the 40 to 45 range on it. So I wasn't expecting to sell it this fast, but I sold my Starstorm Insomnia Human Cannibal for Vivid Plasma Human Cannibal in a Spec KS like Lugamorph. This has Villainous Violet, and even if you add up the biotas, it's like 25 on the Human Cannibal, and then 12 on the Luger. So that's 4 keys profit if I sell to bots. If I go off what I probably get just like, I'll just sell it for 27 or something. 12, that's 39, that is 5 keys profit if I quick sell it. So yeah, that's a pretty good trade if I do say myself. I might end up keeping the Lugomorph though, because I do like Villainous Violet a lot, but I was considering getting a professional killstreak one, but not sure now. I mean, it looks alright. Human Cannibal is kind of an so I'll probably quick sell it or something, but might keep the Lugomorph unless someone offers me like 13 keys pure for it, because I do like the sheen. I just bought an Iridescent Roaming Armor for 65 keys pure. I mean, I bought several for 60 and 65, made quite a bit of profit with them already, so hopefully these are still pretty profitable. So I wanted to get rid of a few hats that weren't selling well, so I upgraded to a Disco Beatdown Soldered Sensei. It's the only one on the market. I paid a Scorching Flames Cloud Crasher, a Gordian Angel Dancing Doe, Orbiting Fire Trucker's Topper, and Stormy Storm Broom of Fire. So with the Cloud Crasher, I basically varied that at 125, the Dancing Doe at 18, the Trucker's Topper at 15, and the Broom of Fire at 20. So basically at 180 in item slash mix basically. So I think I can get like 200 pure out of this if I'm lucky. The non-robo version has buys like 185, and because it's robo it doesn't really matter with miscs, especially because it's the only one on the market as well in clean. Doesn't look too bad. Disco Beatdown's a really good combo effect. It also goes really well with the Time Warp Slatch I have at the moment. Yeah, the only thing that's kind of bad about it is the clipping's not the best, especially with it being painted lime for some reason. Why would you paint Disco Beatdown lime? But whatever. I'm just getting rid of another one of my new hats, so I'm selling my Raspberry Bloom Real Fly hat for Lavender Landfall Salmon's brush in this minimum wear Frozen Aurora wall paint. So the Salmon's wear has a biter at like 24, and then this has a biter at 1. So I bought this for 25, so if I sell them to bots I'm breaking even. I could probably get like 27 out of this and maybe 1.5 out of the wall paint. So that is like 3.5 keys profit. Not too bad. Kinda regret buying this, but oh well. I just sold my Iridescence Fried Batter to arcade.tf for 55 keys pure. I bought this at 45, and I noticed before the arcade was buying it for 55, and I couldn't really get more out of it because the sales were dropping rapidly and the biters were, they were staying the same, but I would end up probably selling it for 50 if I didn't sell it to a bot, so I just used arcade.tf to do it. I also managed to sell my Arcana Bonk Leadway for 280 pure. I enjoyed having this, but I guess the hat wasn't very nice and it was duped, so made it kind of hard to sell. First guy offered 280, pretty decent deal, 5 keys profit I guess. I like the hat a bit, but I definitely prefer Spellbound over it. So this guy Alex, who's on my friends list, doesn't really like holding on to unusuals for too long, so he just decided to sell his Burning Flames Halogen Headlamp to me for 39 keys pure. It's only like a key and a half per bot, so can't go wrong with it. It's a Burning Medic hat and slow tier, so I can probably just flip it for 45 or something, hopefully. Not too bad. Burning's a pretty nice effect, kind of generic, but people always want burning. It's always going to be like around the same price. Yo, Pear here, back on our TF2 trading video. I made an absolute ton of trades this episode, so it's going to be pretty long. I also had a lot of Halloweens and a lot of miscs and all that. So I hope you guys enjoy and into the episode.